there's been an impact on time to create a safe enough environment for a person to talk about deep spiritual things. How does that impact on your practice? You know, because doctors are, we all know doctors are busy.
Yeah.
And how do you manage to create time for that, and how do you do that?
It's probably important for me to say that right now I'm a fourth year medical student, and pretty much all we do is sit down with patients for 30 minutes, and so I do have the space to do that. But one of the things that I ask the medical students is like, you know, what do you think spiritual care will look like in clinical practice in the future? And a lot of them did raise the time pressure.
Yeah, because your average doctor's appointment is 10-15 minutes.
Yeah, but also some people talk about this thing called implicit spiritual care, and it's the different thing of, you know, you don't have to talk about all this deep stuff, but it's also acknowledging there's a person in front of you, respecting their dignity, respecting their space. And so yeah, there's explicit spiritual care, which is, you know, asking them, like say asking the chaplain to assist them with their spiritual needs, but also there's implicit spiritual care where it's just simply acknowledging the person in front of you. In medical school, we don't really get teaching about specific religions, which is surprising. Yeah. The only teaching that we get around spirituality is Te Whare Tapafa, the Whanawhale, but we don't get teaching around specific religions.
Difficult question. Do you get teaching around death? Because that's obviously an experience which brings up a lot of spiritual. That's where it's going to have to happen.
Yeah, it's interesting. In the first 2 years of medical school, all we do is sit in lecture theaters and tutorials. And we have a program called EPE, Early Professional Experience, and that's the program where we delve into those kind of things about death, about suffering, also about like other things like domestic violence, you know, those soft topics that are actually very important. No, I don't agree with that statement. It's just what people call it. But yeah, and there's also like the on-site learning, I guess. So that's the explicit learning. But I think most of the learning about suffering and death comes into when you're in a clinical situation. I mean, those are kind of like opportunistic rather than anything else.
Thank you, Mary Kay. That's really informative.